Let's continue talking college football. Week 9 here on Send It In. Getting to some of my favorite player props for the upcoming weekend. We will start in that Ole Miss-Oklahoma game. And I want to say this was like a month and a half ago when Oklahoma played against Auburn, we were talking about Jackson Arnold and taking his under rushing, and he finished with minus 11. I don't think Trinidad Chambliss is going to have negative 11 rushing yards, but I think he's going to really struggle in this game to run against Oklahoma, who's got that top-tier defense. They're so good against the run, especially the quarterback run. They really contain well. So Chambliss is going to have to make some plays through the air. I think Kiffin's going to do everything he can to try and get him going on the ground, but I like Chambliss under 35.5 rushing yards. And also keep in mind, there is a chance Austin Simmons is available for this game. Kiffin's going to roll with Chambliss, but if he's struggling in this first half, needs a spark, there is a chance maybe he could go to Simmons, so you have that aspect of it as well. I like under rushing yards for Chambliss. Rashul Faison, the running back for South Carolina, I'm taking his over rushing yards, over 33.5 against Alabama. I think this number is too low. For me, what's interesting, Faison this season, he's gotten at least 10 carries 3 times. And when he has, he's gone over at least 50 rushing yards in all those games. His prop number, again, is only 33.5. What's South Carolina's formula for hanging around in this game against Alabama? They got to play good defense, and they got to try and find a way to chew possession and run the football. And Bama's run defense just is not very good on the road. For whatever reason, it hasn't been that way the last couple of years, but on the road, they have a very difficult time stopping the run. I would look at some alts for Faison. I mean, you can get like 80-plus yards, 90-plus yards at 9-1. You can get some nice prices for Faison if he rips off some big runs. And Bama's been giving up some explosive run plays. So his rushing number at 33.5, I think is too low. I like over, and again, I would look at some alts there. Rocco Beck, anytime touchdown, plus 140. Beck, they don't really use him. He doesn't get many yards throughout the game, but they use him short yardage and they use him goal line. And going up against BYU, who doesn't really give up too many explosive offensive plays, they really make you work the ball down the field. This feels like a physical type game. There are going to be a lot of field goals. Every yard will be earned throughout this game. But Rocco Beck, they're definitely going to call his number. They need a win. They've lost their last couple games. So I think Iowa State, inside the 10, inside the 5, they're going to lean on Beck's legs. I like him to find the end zone at plus 140. Arch Manning, under 1.5 passing touchdowns for Texas at minus 120 against Mississippi State. Cole just laid out all the numbers. I mean, Texas has really struggled this season on offense. They were not good in that Kentucky game. And Mississippi State's got a solid defense. 4th straight game away from home for Texas. You got to deal with the cowbells, which is not easy if you're not used to it. So a lot of factors here for the Longhorns, whose offense just is not what we thought it would be this season. So I think if Texas finds the end zone, it could be an Arch rushing touchdown. It could be a running back touchdown with Wisner, one of those type of things, maybe even a defensive touchdown. Arch to throw 2 touchdowns, I'm not buying it. I'll go under 1.5 passing TDs at minus 120. And then finally, Marcel Reed against LSU. I'm going over his rushing number at 33.5. I think Reed is really going to have to use his legs in this game against LSU. He's a dynamic athlete. He's got game-breaking speed. And at night in Death Valley against a good defense with a good pass rush, he's going to have to scramble around and make some plays. So Reed over 33.5 rushing yards. Again, A&M, there are 2 road games, at Notre Dame, at Arkansas. 41-40, 48-45. They played 2 shootouts. That's not going to be the case against LSU. They're going to have some offensive struggles, and I think Reed's going to have to run around and make some plays. They're not going to be open receivers. They're going to struggle, I think, in the run game a little bit with the running back, Moss. So I'll take over rushing yards for Marcel Reed.